Forgive, but never forget. I feel like a lot of the times we'll often give out forgiveness like it's nothing. We'll give out forgiveness to people who hurt us, to people who did us wrong, and we'll just forget about everything. We'll forgive a person for everything that they did to us, everything that they put us through, and we forget about what they're capable of. We forget that they once did this to us, they once hurt us, but I feel like we have to always forgive a person. We have to forgive a person no matter what they did to us, but we can't forget. We can't forget about what the things that they did to us. Because if they did it one time, then they're capable of doing it again. So know that, yes, you have to forgive a person for everything that they do, but it doesn't mean that you have to welcome them back in your life. I feel like a lot of the times we'll feel like if we forgive a person, then they automatically are able to walk back into our lives. But what we need to understand is forgiveness is more for ourselves and not for the other person. Forgiveness is intentionally letting go of those feelings of hatred, those negative feelings. Because if you never forgive a person, if you never intentionally let go of the things that they did to you, you're always going to hold those feelings of hatred, those feelings of anger with you. And when you end up seeing that person again, or something reminds you of that person, you'll get rageful, you'll get hateful once again, because you never intentionally let go of those feelings of hate, those feelings of negativity, those feelings of betrayal. So understand that when you forgive a person, you can't forget what they did to you. You can't forget about all the things that they put you through, all the betrayal, all the hate, all the mistrust, all the lies, right? You have to forgive, but you can't forget. Because I feel like a lot of people will forgive and forget. They'll forgive the person for what they did, but they'll forget about everything. And when a person hurts them again, they'll say, "I thought you changed." Because when people hurt you, they'll say, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm gonna change. I'll change for the better. I'll change for you." But when that person doesn't change, when that person doesn't say what they're gonna do, you're like, "I thought you were gonna change. Why did you hurt me again? I forgave you that one time." But there comes to a point where it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to know and to understand that what that person is capable of, because they hurt you once. So what's stopping them from hurting you again, right? So it comes to a point where, yeah, it is my fault that I trusted you again. I put my trust in you again, and you broke it again. So understand that when you forgive a person, you can't forget what they're capable of. You can't forget that, hey, this person did me dirty once. What's stopping them from doing it again? Forgiveness doesn't mean that you welcome them back to your table. It doesn't mean that when you have a seat at your table, you're like, yeah, I forgive you. Come eat with me. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you let go of all those feelings of hate, all those feelings of negativity towards a person. So know that to forgive is to intentionally let go of those feelings, intentionally move forward with your life. Because if you never forgive a person, if you never forgive that situation, you're always going to hold those feelings with you. You're going to carry so much hate, so much rage with you wherever you go. So learn to forgive people for the things that they did. And yeah, some people won't be sorry for what they did, but forgiveness is more for you than for them. So even if a person isn't sorry for what they did, you still have to forgive. Forgive them for all the things that they did, all the mistakes that they made. But remember that when you forgive a person, it doesn't mean that you have to welcome them back into your life. You forgive them to remember what they did to you. You forgive them, and yeah, you can give them a second chance, but that's up to you. If you want to let them walk back into your life, then you can, but you also have to move with caution, right? You have to understand that, hey, this person did this wrong thing to me before, so what's going to stop them from doing it again? Move with caution. Be careful when you welcome those people back into your life. When you let those people walk back into your life, remember that they have hurt you in the past, and they are capable of doing those wrong things to you. So set those boundaries. Don't give them your full trust right away. They have to work back to where they were before. We also have to remember that it's everybody's first time living too. So everyone's going to make mistakes. Everyone's not going to know exactly what to do. But it's those people made mistakes and they learn from their mistakes. Because I know a lot of people will make mistakes, and that's just part of being human, right? We can't expect everybody to be perfect. So understand that, yeah, people will make mistakes, and we have to forgive those people, and we have to forgive those people for those mistakes. But if they constantly make the same mistakes and they don't learn from their mistakes, and that's when you have to walk out of their life. That's when you have to kick them out of your table, right? Because if a person is intentionally making the same mistake over and over again, they don't want to learn. You can't keep those people around. You can't keep the people who constantly make the same mistake over and over again around. Those people don't want to get better. Those people will never get better. You can't hope that somebody's going to change. You can't change a person. A person only changes when they want to change. So understand that, yeah, sometimes you don't want to leave this person, but if they don't want to change, if there's no sign of them changing, you have to walk out. You have to let this person figure out what they want and who they are by themselves. If you keep on giving them second chances and you keep forgiving them over and over again for the same mistakes, what's going to stop them from making that mistake again? If there's no repercussions, if they make a mistake and there's no repercussions for their mistakes, they're going to keep on making the same mistakes over and over again. So you have to understand that some people will never change. Some people have to change on their own time, and you can't be there in their life for that. So remember that you have to forgive everybody for everything that they do. Even if a person isn't sorry, you still forgive them. You forgive, but you never forget. You never forget what they're capable of, and you never forget the things that they put you through. You don't forget the things that they did to you. Forgiveness is for yourself more than anything.